Hello YouTube. My voice is going to be a little rough today and I might cough a few times. I'm getting over being sick, but I'm doing my long awaited update for my mealworm colony. And if you see my first video, sorry, let me move my breakfast plate out of the way. If you see my first video, you know that the container I was using was very small. This one here is one of those tall 5-drawer. I use this one here for just extra material and stuff, and then I've got my personal stuff down in the last two. But I don't think that's going to last long because I might have to keep expanding. Okay, here you can't really see what that says, but it says 416, or I mean 916, my bad. These are my beetles. You can't really see that many of them right now because they're all kind of hidden and running around, but you can tell I have a lot of beetles. When I cleaned this out the other day, I almost wanted to count them, but I got to 100 and I still had quite a bit left, and I said to hell with it and dumped them in here. So you can see that I'm doing pretty well on beetles. Now these guys will lay the eggs. I'm not going to go into a full description. I have that in my first one. But these guys will lay the eggs on the oatmeal, down in the bottom. Every once in a while, if you don't clean it for a while, you can move all this and see little mealworms crawling around. And then one step down, I have my ready-to-eat mealworms, as I call them. These are the guys that are the medium size and are ready to be eaten. So I have these guys in here. I have quite a few of them. I can't really tell on this camera. You can't really zoom up and be able to see how many there are in here. But a good trick to see is just watch how the oatmeal moves. I mean, you can see all the little flakes of oatmeal moving. Those are all little mealworms under there. But once these guys, since they're the ready-to-eat kind, these will quit chewing on that under my feet. Sorry, the dog's laying right underneath me chewing on his bone. Once they turn into pupae, I put them in here, which is just a little container that I used for a breed box for my geckos, but they really didn't understand the concept that you have to climb in and out of it, and was getting stuck and staying there. But I put my morphs in here, but you can't really see them. There's quite a few. There's every bit of maybe 20 in here. That guy there is about to morph. I wish you could see. Crappy camera. I'm gonna have to check my settings. But once they pupate, I put them in there, and then once they beetleize, is that even a word? I think it's a word. It is now. I put them up here. Okay, moving on, we have the next round of mealworms, which I put everybody in here at 8/29, 2012. Now these guys you might not be able to see because of the crappiness of the camera, but hopefully you can see that guy there. That's my finger underneath the container, and that's a mealworm you see right there. So you can see just how small they are. Maybe, maybe not. There's literally hundreds of those in here. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of mealworms I have. I don't know if you can really see. You can see a few up in here. There's a few over here that you can't really see. But just take my word for it. There are hundreds of them in this bin alone. And what I do is I kind of sift. I'm a sifter. I go from one container to the next and I keep sifting. And I've got the regular kitchen sifter for it. I just go from one container to the other. I shake it out. The mealworms that fall through are not ready to be eaten, so they stay in the container. The ones that stay in the strain move up to the next level. So that way I just keep them separated by size, not necessarily dates, because there's a couple mealworms that grew and there's a couple that didn't, and I don't want them to get mixed up. This is what I call my nursery. Every time I shake the beetles, which is about once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on if you see any live ones or not, live mealworms you need to check. As soon as you see one live mealworm, there's probably at least 50 more. They do come out white, so they are hard to see on the oatmeal. But I just go ahead and shake it once to twice a week, and I put all that in here. And I make a date. This one's 9/10 to 9/25. After 9, I'll shake it on the 25th, and after that, I won't put any more in here. And these here, you will not be able to see. I can barely see them with my naked eye. But you can see there's a couple moving there. But there's probably thousands of them in here. See if you can see the stuff moving. No, they're so small you can't even see it moving. But there's probably thousands of them in here. The reason I call this my nursery is because all this fine powder you see right here that comes out, that's pretty much poop and broken down oatmeal. So it's easy for the littler mealworms to nitpick at that. That's also breadcrumbs and bran too, so it's not all just from the other cages. But you'll see dead beetles in here. One thing a lot of people like to do is take the beetles out when you clean. You don't want to do that. They will pretty much be broken down and eaten on their own, because the moisture level is so low in my beetle container that the baby mealworms have crawled inside of the bodies of the beetles that are dead and are eating them, which is good because it's very high in protein, and it helps get rid of, you know, the bodies and all that. All you'll have left is, like right here, there's a piece of a shell or a wing that's left, and that's all that's probably left of that beetle. But I don't know how many beetles or mealworms I threw away before I realized that, you know, you don't want to throw them away because they live inside of the beetles' bodies. But anyways, I think this guy's kind of still alive. Well, he won't be for long. Anyway, so that's my update. I have switched to using the regular Kroger brand breadcrumbs, just plain ones, and that's a lot of what the fine powder is you see. But I use this only in my nurseries. In my other containers, I use just the regular Kroger brand cornmeal and Kroger brand oatmeal. Not the Quick Oats, the regular oatmeal. The Quick Oats absorb too much moisture, and it tends to get older faster. So, but anyways, that's my setup. I'm doing extremely well. I've actually thought about selling some of my mealworms to some friends that have reptiles, because I have so many that, because I gave up my leopard gecko and one of my cresties died, I only have this guy over here and this guy. So, and that guy over here doesn't eat much. He eats the really small ones. I have to get his out of the second one in the MRE mealworms ready to eat. They are fed to him. So I've got an overabundance, but I tell you what, this works, and it took me a while to get here. I'll be honest with you, this has been, oh shit, going on maybe 5-6 months, maybe even more. I think it's more than that. I think it's about 7 to 8 months, but it's well worth it. If you really need the mealworms, and I haven't bought mealworms in about that long. Well, I take that back. I bought one 100 count container of mealworms because I ended up moving all the stuff out to the garage. We have fleas really bad this year, so I had to bomb the house for fleas, and I obviously didn't want them in the house. And it was kind of chilly outside, and I had a mass extinction of beetles, so I kind of had to start over with the mealworms, but they bounced back quickly, and it's been go, go, go since. Daily, there are some things you need to do daily. Every single day you need to check your mealworms ready to eat container for pupa. I already did that today, or I'd show you, but they're really easy to see. Half the time you just open it and kind of look on the top. They'll be sitting right here on the top. Now, one thing I did notice is when I do this around the entire container to look for mealworms, I notice I have more pupa in the morning after I do that. So I don't know if it riles them up and they're, you know, already ready to pupate, this guy here in the corner, he's kind of all curled up. He'll probably pupate overnight, or at least by tomorrow. But anyways, you need to check that every day. Drop your pupa in a different container outside of this, or if you have I had an entire bin for them, but I obviously needed to expand again. You can't put them in with the beetles will eat them. You can't leave them in with the mealworms because the mealworms will start munching on them. So they need to be in their separate containers. Now I did drop a few of these guys in here. You can see the brown one, he's new, versus the black one who's mature. He's fairly new. I just threw him in there this morning, actually. Crappy camera, you can't see. But anyways, and then every other day or so, just kind of pilfer through and kind of do a check and make sure that you don't have a mass amount that are dead or something of that nature. Now, every other day you need to throw a carrot into the beetles, the mealworms ready to eat, and the smaller mealworms. The littler ones, I only throw one in here, and that's if it's still somewhat moist, and I kind of drag it out of here because they won't eat the somewhat moist ones. See, they won't eat that one in the back. They're eating that one, though. But just another good thing for the nursery or the littler mealworms is this stuff. It does dry pretty quick, but it's really nice. It's the Cricket Drink by Zila. You can get it at Jack's Aquarium. Like $6, I think. But it lasts quite a while. I just take a spoon and I just sprinkle a few of this around on the top of the oatmeal, and then they mosey up and start drinking it. So anyways, that's my update. Excuse me. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, concerns, anything you want to know, just hit me up. You can subscribe to my channel as well and keep an outlook for future videos, because obviously my mealworm farm has taken off and I think I might have to expand down to this one. Oh, you like my fuzzy slippers? Aren't just cute? I have to expand onto this one next. I think I'm going to just turn this into the nursery. The only problem is that container's so big that I'm going to have to sift it a lot. But anyways, alright guys, well, take care, and don't forget to subscribe up top here, and also check out the comments below. Maybe somebody posts something that could help you, or somebody has a question that you have a question about, and it'll just help you out. So bye, Diesel. Bye.